Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. And so what we're going to be doing today is got kind of a busy day. We've got a couple of deliveries showing up. Our trusses are showing up at some point today. I don't have a good ETA yet, and we also have some of the purlins were sent. They sent 16s instead of 18s, and there's a whole bunk of those. So that's got to be exchanged so we can start prepping those. So we'll get the trusses here today, start getting those prepped for our drop purlins, and then getting those things ready to go up. Hopefully, we'll probably start setting trusses tomorrow. And yeah, we'll get through these and see how far we can get this week of getting the trusses on, getting the soffit and fascia, or getting the soffits built, and then also getting the building all squared up and ready for tin. So let's get at it.
So we set up a little cut station here and use this big saw mats, and these are the 2x6s just ganged up, and then where we can cut quite a few of them at one time, and then just put them into the on this, and then put them up, and then cut them all at one time. So we can't get them on the chop saw, so that doesn't work, or it's not long enough. Otherwise, then we're marking them all by hand. So there's 30 drop purlins per bay, and I think we've got 8 bays. So quite a few cuts, and this is just quicker and more accurate to do it this way. So we ended up having both trucks showing up with about 10 minutes of each other and trying to get them up the driveway. So originally I didn't think we would get the driver to come up the driveway and get them on the job site, but we walked it, measured it, and he said, let's give it a shot. So we did, and went pretty well. We got up through the driveway and around past the house, and then the only thing we had left to do was make the little curve and up between the two trees, which we had plenty of room, but he got up in there and then pretty abruptly got into where we had the thickest fill in there, and boom, he started spinning out and stopped abruptly. So I ended up stopping filming as soon as he did that, and then I went and got the telehandler, and it got him pulled up the hill, and then he can get up here and drop it, turn around, and away he goes.
Once it starts, it's the outside here. We talked about layout. So here to the far end is 72 feet. And from this outside to the other corner is 40 feet. So everything gets set back 1.5 inches. So these end up being 3 inches shy of 40 feet because of our 1.5 inches. So yeah, so there's that. And then the other thing that we got done, just because we had the rafters being delivered yesterday, and having more guys on site than I would normally have, we were able to get the first 2 trusses in place. We've got a little bit, these outside 2 have to be cut back, and then the center one has to be cut back too, but we just got this temporary up last night. We've got some chains. We had a chain running out that way, running to the telehandler overnight. This morning we'll go ahead and get the rest of the purlings in this bay. I'm going to square up all these corners and get this thing locked in and pretty much in place to where it's going to live permanently. And then in the meantime, the guys are over there putting on the rest of the brackets. Matt's doing the layout on the last 4 trusses over there for where our drop purlins are going to go. And yeah, we'll see what we can get done today.
Setting up the rafters is one of the most satisfying things on the job most of the time. So on this case, we were able to, I picked up the rafters with the telehandler on the forks, brought it up, and then Jack was on one side, Eric on the other, and they were able to guide them into that little slot between the two on our post. And then from that point, I can slide it back and forth, side to side, by tipping the telehandle back and forth until we get our 1.5-inch overhang that we needed. And then from that point, the guys can throw some screws in it and get that held in place. And then Matt runs up and puts in a couple of drop purlins. And then from there, we're ready to go. And we're off to the next one. So this whole center section we did in just a very short period of time. Maybe it was part of one afternoon, and then yeah, we're ready to go on to the next part.
All right, so yesterday was a pretty busy day, so I didn't get a whole lot of filming in, but we got some of our X bracing in. We got all except for that last end truss, but now that we've got all our intermediates in, we can build that last wall that's coming in here. So I'm going to start on that this morning and get this. What do we got? 6 posts going in here. So we've got the corner post, and then we've got 1 post in the middle, and then we've got the post for the door. So the door is going there, intermediate and corner post. So those will go in. We'll get that set, and once that wall is kind of in place, then our last truss can come in here and get these set. Jack, there he is.
What do the people say?
Did you get any sleep? That's what the people say. 4 hours. You, wow, that's bonus hours.
Oh yeah.
So how many more nights of this you think you're gonna hold up?
I promised myself to do the week.
Okay, so sleeping all weekend then.
I got work this weekend, so I don't think so.
So, for many of you know, Matt actually, we're both taping this build. Matt's been doing, he took on the lofty task of trying to shoot, work, edit, and post. So everything on his channel is coming up the day afterwards. I'm doing it a little leisurely. I'm gonna go more like, oh, let's do once a week. And it's, you know, it's work. So anyway, so we'll get this thing secured up, get all the purlins up today, see how far we get on that wall. Then we're gonna start really dialing in. I know we've got a little bit of a swale, and it's not bad. It's kind of straightened itself out. So we'll get everything dialed in and secured, and we'll start getting our, there's through bolting top and bottom of the trusses, and yeah, let's get this thing dialed in. And then once that framing is done, then we can start on the soffit and fascia. Tin is, we may see tin on Friday. It's Wednesday today, so we'll see.
So one of the questions came up is about the corner posts that didn't have brackets in them, and why not? So these get set afterwards, and it's just got that L bracket. I've got a big 5/8 inch bit, And you can actually buy these, do the whole job with just this style of anchor. We chose to do the inset because I think they're a little bit stronger anchor, but on the outside we use these L brackets. So I drill that 5/8 inch hole, then I come back and it's got a couple of legs to hold it in place. And then I come back in with the big impact and then drive those things in there. And this is 5,000 PSI concrete, and that holds it down well. Then I come back with a 1/2 inch drill bit and drill that all the way through. And then on the ones with the double-sided, we have to actually hit it on the other side and feed a bolt through. This one, we can just drill through and then come around the other side here, and then we can drive our carriage bolts in. And once they're driven in, go around and get our nuts and washers put on, get them tightened up. They were too long, so I couldn't use the impact, or didn't have a deep well socket to tighten them up, so I just have to do them by hand.
All right, one of the things I didn't get a chance to, because it's been a little chaotic this week, is talking about these drop purlins. So we've got, this is the end truss for the last one we've got a set. So these get regular 2x6 hangers all the way up, and then the rafters in between, or the trusses, have this. So this slips over top, and then it gets nailed in top, or on the sides and the top there. So that gets put in, and that's what we drop our, and probably can't see them, but that's what the drop purlins will go into. And yeah, so we're getting close today. We've got this is our last truss, and we got a little bit of drizzle going on. We're hoping that it's not supposed to be, but take a quick walk around here. We've got a lot of our X bracing and stuff, and I'll probably next video I'll go through some of the bracing and stuff and what we did. But we've got X bracing in the corners, and then we've got some diagonal bracing up into the roof. But yeah, it's starting to take shape. It is the end of the week, and it's going to be a short day for some of us, so we'll see what we can get this thing wrapped up and get all of the basic roof structure. Probably won't get all the purlins in, but we'll get that last truss set, and then get it secured for the weekend. And then next week we got tin coming, and we'll start putting our soffit and fish on. And there goes the geese again, but they keep flying west. I think they're a little confused, so they should be flying south here shortly. You can kind of see the colors are just starting to turn on the trees now. They're just starting to fade and switch over. So it is that time of year. So we got a lot of building to get done and get it enclosed and heat in it before it gets too awful cold. All right, we are just about ready to set this one. Jack is getting the ladder set up over there. Matt's over there gonna get, he's gonna be on the scissors lift. There's only 3 of us now, so Matt will work this side over here. Jack will start and get that secured over on their side, that side there. And then I'll lift it up in place. And once it's all secure, then we'll set in some temporary purlins and get everything dialed in. All right. We've had a topping. Yay.
What's your favorite topping? Cherries, sprinkles?
Oh, it's got to be Reese's Pieces. So what do you think here, Matt? You happy?
I mean, you're happy, so that means I can.
Oh, is that how that works?
Yes.
If I'm happy, you're happy? Okay, that's BS, but that's okay. Let's not even go down that road.
We're way down that road.
We're way down the road is right.
Don't turn around now.
So, end of the week here. So this week we were able to get, we had 3 of the walls up. This week we got all the rafters in place. We still have a little bit of work to do on this one. We want to true up this wall here, get all of our cross bracing in. and then we'll come in afterwards and then make sure that these are all plumbed and straight. But you can start seeing what it's going to look like. We've got our windows stacked here. We're going to have a door here, window, and then those are all going to be windows. And then we've got the 12 by 14 door here to get all the equipment in and out. So yeah, looking pretty good for the week. And, pretty happy. So anyway, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Next week we'll probably be working on all the soffit and fascia, getting all that roughed in. Tin's going to be here on Tuesday, and once the building is squared up in our soffit and fascia on, then we can start laying out. We got our windows and doors put in, but we can get ready to start putting up tin. So it'll look a lot different by the end of next week is the hope.